Are you?
Do we have to be quiet, or are you gonna be? No, well, it doesn't matter. Just tell me what I need to be.
We could sit and talk all day, but we got bills to pay. So for now, we're the bench boys, coming to you live. We're the bench boys, coming to you live.
Woo! How many of you guys did you? How did you guys like that game on Monday night?
Loved it.
It was something.
I think that was wonderful. I felt the need to, spice up the bragging rights with the jersey today.
Oh yeah, it's
Thought
an
it-
eyesore.
Thought it was fair.
Is it?
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Today it's me.
Is that Ennis on the back?
It should be Ennis.
Is that Ennis? Yeah.
Today it's me and Jared, and our special guest back in studio is Brent.
Hey, everybody.
That was quite the game if you're a Leafs fan of the third and fourth line.
No doubt.
Not so much if you're a Flames fan, or if you were there to watch Marner. Well, actually, no, Marner was pretty good. But if you're there to watch Matthews and Nylander,
A bit of a no-show.
not so much.
Yeah, it's you don't very often see like what is he, third line, I guess?
Who, Ennis?
Yeah.
No,
He's
fourth.
He is fourth. He's on the fourth line.
Yep, fourth line winger.
Fourth line winger gets a hattie. Huh. Okay.
650 grand.
Yeah, it's not who you would expect off that team, especially.
No. I still remember, like, in preseason, we were all talking about him playing with Matthews.
Yeah, I mean, he did. He started the season there when Nylander
Didn't
wasn't.
last very long. Did not.
He
last
probably
very
could
long.
play there now.
Yeah.
If
they want to change stuff up,
well, if Janssen
Yeah.
if Janssen and Kapanen slow down or something.
someone gets hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like, Ennis looks. I mean, that could partially be because he's playing like 10 or 11 minutes. I'm not crazy enough to be like, oh my god, did you guys see the hat trick?
20 minutes. Put
Dude,
him out
guys,
there.
next 20 goal scorer,
yeah.
yearly 20 goal scorer, back to his original form. No, I'm not that crazy, but I mean, it was sweet. Good to see him. Like, I mean, the first goal was really nice.
Yeah.
Second goal was rough. Third goal was questionable at best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riddick was rough.
Yeah.
You guys see that super awesome article from Eric Francis?
No.
No, I
Is
don't
this one?
usually read his crap.
Yeah, it was crap. He basically
Oh, is this the goalie?
giving the fans shit for booing their goalies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're shitty right now.
Yeah.
If they're when
Like-
they're losing you games.
Like I said on the trade deadline episode, last week's episode, what if the Flames would have spent and got Mark Stone, and then this happened,
Yeah.
right? Like, all of a sudden you're looking like Columbus,
Yeah.
Crazy.
right? It's just, man.
Well,
It's-
not nearly as dire as
No,
Columbus,
obviously, but if the Flames were having a rough go and all of a sudden stop winning some games here because their goaltending goes away, you're only wasting the assets you spent on Fantenberg. That's not crazy.
Yeah.
That's what,
But if you
a
spent some-
fourth round, maybe? Or is it
Yeah.
actually a fourth round? Yeah.
Something
Either
like
way,
that.
it's not a lot.
Yeah.
No, it's not crazy. But it's crazy when you're paying Stone assets and they're doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be
But like at
not
the same time, I don't think Riddick's gonna stay here, like stay bad.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he
he
was-
was stay in Calgary.
was-
I hope he
no.
does.
No, he'll stay here.
Yeah,
in
He was
Calgary,
good in
but-
the Vegas game.
Yeah, right. Like they lost 2-1. That wasn't Riddick's fault. That was not
Oh,
goaltending.
definitely not. Yeah.
Right. That was Fleury.
That's
being, That was Fleury being an absolute monster
Yeah.
for the third game in a row.
Yeah.
Fourth, actually.
Who else was on the edge of their seat when Fleury put his stick down at the blue line? And
That
Riddick
would
was
have
just
been.
standing on the blue line. I expected them to
Oh,
meet in the
yeah.
middle. Like, the light shine down on top and have a good go.
So
Of
go,
all-
yeah.
Of all goalies, I could see David Riddick going for a rip to
both of them. Mike
can't
Smith would too.
remember-
He's a friggin'
I don't remember Fleury fighting ever.
I don't know. He definitely hasn't.
No, that's why I was like, what?
It was
Is
funny that he was
is
like.
that what he's doing?
I think Fleury's like really embracing the being in Vegas showmanship. Because I mean, the dude is awesome. The dude's
Captain
always
without a C.
yeah, exactly. The dude's always been awesome.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's always smiley. He's always been like that.
The flower.
The flower.
Yeah.
He's been super clutch.
Oh man, dude, he
How
had
many shutouts does he have? Isn't he leading?
He's
Eight
got
or
like 7 or
something?
8.
I think it's
8.
eight.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
and this one that like the Flames just broke was 100. It was over 180 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like no one gets there.
The only goalie doing that is Vasilevsky,
Yeah.
other than Fleury.
Did he do it this year?
Yeah, Vasilevsky was a 163 or something.
Oh yeah, he had a
Yeah.
pretty big one.
He had
yeah.
a big back-to-backer.
Yeah.
But it's just like, man,
9
It's crazy.
straight periods.
it's like seeing Vasilevsky do it, you're like, yeah, he's probably going to win the Vezina. That team's going to win the President's Trophy.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah.
They can. Is it tonight that they can clinch? If
Playoffs?
they're,
It wouldn't
they're
surprise
finally the mathematics are adding up. So probably within a week they're
How many
clinching.
points do they have already? Like it's.
I don't know,
they're-
105 or
yeah,
some
it's-
shit.
They're in. Let's
It's
get
not
real.
fair.
Oh yeah, obviously.
But it doesn't matter at all if they don't make it out of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't.
For them, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, they're at 106. Yeah, 106.
That's like one of the only
So, like-
teams that if they lose the conference final, that's like a disappointment.
Yeah.
So the team and Kucherov are like here and here.
Yeah.
yeah, right. The race,
Still.
who's going to get more points,
Yeah,
Kucherov
the
or his
point-
team?
the team or him.
It's a toss-up. I really don't know.
I would actually be close like that.
What an
2
ins-
points a win. I'm sure every time they win, Kucherov has probably got 2 points.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that far off.
But yeah, so there was the Flames and Golden Knights last night. Pretty good game. I mean, 2-1, not exactly a barn burner, but
I don't know. That was like a playoff game.
yeah, exactly.
Totally.
What do you,
Es-
okay,
especially when you're talking Vegas playoffs.
what do you think about Matthew Kachuk's little ass into Fleury there?
Okay, so I
goaltender
wanted to
interference.
touch on that again because
that was
we're going to have a segment. We are going to have a segment going over this bullshit. Like,
goal interference. What is it?
What's your take?
I think that was fine. Okay, there's contact
okay.
with Fleury. There's contact with Fleury. But compared to goals that have been allowed this year, how is that goal interference? You got to pick a side.
That's what I have a problem with is the
C-
goddamn
Like,
inconsistency.
Fleury goes flying because he sold the shit out of that.
He like commando rolls
100%.
to try to save
Dude,
them.
100%, right? This is what I think. This is what his motions made me think. He's thinking. I just got tapped a bit. I'm just going to fucking lose it. They're going to score, and it's going to be no goal.
As long as it
That's
doesn't,
what it looks like to
That's
me.
what it looks like to me, too.
if
right?
it doesn't turn into soccer, right, where people just start flopping when they get hit. That's never.
Like,
That's not fun to watch.
that
I'm
was the one
hoping-
part that really made me angry about that.
I'm hoping Fleury wasn't straight up just like, fuck it.
Well,
What's the
'cause
worst that can
I
happen?
don't think he would, but you never. Know.
I don't think he would
I don't-
either.
Especially when he's on such a good tear, too, right?
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know.
Well, I could Chuck like not didn't cause a goal or anything, but he was like in his face earlier. You remember?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what Kachuk does. He's
Yeah.
in the
But
goalie's
that
face
one
every
was
game.
like, I'm surprised he didn't get like unsportsmanship for that.
Unsportsmanship.
Oh, for the
Yeah.
the little scrum kind of with
Well,
Fleury?
It's
He
the new-
legit like
it's the
backed
new
up
word
into him
episode.
and like full on
Yeah.
backwards skating. Looked over him. I was like, yeah, this is happening. And
Yeah.
just did.
He was a little pest last night.
Yeah.
That just gives you a preview, too, of what's going to happen with him in
Yeah.
the playoffs. He's going to be a pain in the ass
yeah.
of everyone.
Him
Everyone's going to hate him.
And Bennett and Hathaway are going to be huge.
Yeah.
in the playoffs.
Definitely.
But, like, again, though, back to the goal interference shit, it's like, if Louis Domingue is a goal, if Freddie Anderson from the Edmonton game last week is a goal, how is that no goal?
That's the thing, man.
Because they called it a goal on the ice.
Yeah.
It was on the board.
Yep. Also, when he makes contact with Fleury, he's out of the paint.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, well, that's
And all he does is touch his
See,
stick.
that's
It's like
the-
mostly stick.
like that's the problem with the whole thing is like, oh, the player's out of the paint. Well, yeah, but the goalie's in the paint. They're kind of like
Yeah.
right on the line where they make contact. Like I said last week, Freddie Anderson was like his skates were out of the paint. I'll give you that. But at the same time, just like a player, you can't touch them in theory if they don't have the puck anywhere on the ice. The goalie's the same way.
Yeah.
It's just because apparently in the league, if you're shooting the puck, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
Right? So it's just like, and I'm not crazy. Like, battles in front of the net, battles on the board, players don't have pucks. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But in theory, the rule, the way it's written in interference, that's it. Goal interference is the same way. It's just the way, like, the NHL just doesn't seem to have a grasp on how they want to call this.
It's not white and black, right? I think a lot of those, it's like
for sure,
a gray area, right?
But that's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Like, you take all these gray area plays, and to me, the Louis, like going back to the Louis Domingue one,
And
that one was as black as you can get,
the Riddick
or
one.
white if we want to get PC.
Ooh.
The
The
Riddick one, yeah.
the Riddick one too, right? And like 3-4 months ago or
Yeah.
whatever.
So I
That was
just
right after the Domingue.
I just
shit.
don't know how. Like, honestly, I think we should literally put together a video of
We should
as
almost
many
do a trivia.
goal
We should do a trivia where we put
Yes.
it up, goal or no goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly,
And then we
I
hit
think,
our yes or no.
Yeah, I think
That'd
we
be
should
pretty
do.
fun.
I think
I'd
we
like
should
that.
do something like
We
that.
can do polls on
Every-
Facebook
We're not
Live
going to
too.
remember all of them.
Every single goal interference penalty or like review that has happened this year that we can find, we got to
Yeah.
put together. In
And
a
how
video.
right are we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Because I bet you we won't be anywhere close to 50%.
Right.
It'd be like 10%.
It's
Like,
just
jeez.
just get rid of the goddamn rule. Get rid of it.
Well, it's just
I'd
the-
rather focus on the offside. I hate
yes,
that. I hate
and
that
I
rule.
don't like. I just
See, I
so
heard
sad.
we talked about this last week, the Leafs one. We finished the podcast. I then went and watched fucking Steve Dangle lose his mind about that offside review.
Yeah,
To be honest, to me, that
man.
offside review is fine with me. That play was offside. Hyman got an extra step on the guy,
Yeah.
on the defenseman. He blows the coverage because of said extra step and scores. That's offside. That's no goal.
yeah.
That's fine. It's the ones that are like,
An inch. And I hate those.
Hyman's was an inch too. Like, I get that.
What I'm saying is, like, if two guys are going in and it's like the guy lifted his skate an inch off the ice while he's all over the plane, like,
Those
I
are the
hate
ones
those.
that
I
suck,
hate those.
right?
And they
I
always
mean, that's-
take the longest to review.
that's
like,
that's
5
exactly what
minutes.
Hyman's was too. But it's like,
I do not like that.
the thing is though, like, it's
can-
hard.
I can see
Obviously-
it on a game-winning goal in overtime. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
but first period, like.
But then we get into what we were talking about with Tyrell a couple weeks ago. Like, you can't pick and choose what's reviewable on, like, oh, this is a big goal. You can't
I
do
can't
that.
sitting on the couch be like, review it, review it, please do
Right?
that.
So it's stuff like that. It's just brutal.
Yeah.
So, but this, like, the ones that like irk me so bad, and I get it, is the ones where like the play goes in the zone and then it's in the zone for like 20 seconds,
Oh, and it's
and then they score, and it's like, well, if they didn't get in the zone clean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
then
the
maybe
stu-
this play doesn't happen, which is fair,
Yeah.
but
I'd be
it's like
okay if it
annoying
was,
as
like,
shit.
You could tell like that fast.
Yeah.
It's the review and how long it takes. Right?
Oh, I totally
and
agree.
like this whole chip thing that we're talking about with like betting and stuff. I think that might make it better.
I don't think so.
Well, what I